What's up, guys? T-Hams here, bringing you episode 8 of my road to an ultimate team, and we get this episode off with a match, and it's against a guy who has an absolute brilliant team. He is informed Pepe, Sergio Ramos, Casillas, Dani Alves, and of course the man of the team, Cristiano Ronaldo. But fortunately for me, I do get the goal started with a nice passing play and a pretty lucky dummy for Mikali, and he just gets it right past Casillas with this nice near post shots, which are in this game, as you may know, are completely overpowered. They always tend to go in no matter what. And I get right after this another goal soon after, only in the 20th minute. Nice passing build up. And fortunately for me, this guy relied on Cristiano Ronaldo a little too much. And for some reason, I tend to enjoy playing against a person who has Cristiano Ronaldo, a Messi, a Robin, somebody who's just ridiculously priced or extremely good. And you might be saying, "Oh, what do you what do you mean?" And the reason I like to play against these guys is because they tend to put all their eggs into one basket. And what that means is they only will pass it. They will only allow the play to go. They center around all of their offense and defense practically around the one guy. And that's exactly what he did. And all I did to counteract that was cover Ronaldo. I let the guy completely have space when he was dribbling and only cover Ronaldo. And for some reason, he'd pass it to Ronaldo while he was completely covered. So sometimes you'll find a guy who won't do that, and he will just use him as a regular guy. But a lot of times when they have such a great team, um, a lot of times they'll just use that one guy as their whole entire offense, which you can make it work to your advantage. And and that game was a great way to end off season 3 and to win the title. So now we're fresh new and starting fresh, sorry about that, in Division 2, and we get into our first game. And I always believe that once you get in Division 2, it just gets into a sweat fest. And teams are becoming just completely, just everybody's quick, and everybody has like a 5 in the back, and everybody's just trying to win. They all have their um, it just seems like you have such more like intense competition when you get into Division 2 and 1. And to make this even more of a sweat fest is that he had a 5 in the back. And for some reason, when I face a guy with a 5 in the back, all my morals about not sweating or anything just go down straight down the drain. I'm just like, no. A guy who has a 5 in the back deserves to get sweated on. And you should not even be allowing goal opportunities if you have a 5 in the back. And that's exactly what I did. Like in this situation, I could have clearly just shot the ball probably. But instead, I passed it across and then shot, just to make sure he knew that I was gonna beat him. And I did beat him pretty well actually this game. Although there wasn't a lot of goals, I still completely maintained the possession the whole entire time, and it was rather easy to do it due to his 5 in the back. And the reason I say this is because when you have a 5 in the back, you really don't have a great midfield, and that was a really weird goal by De Rossi. It just the goalkeeper I don't know, he just like didn't move, so I don't know if that was just, yeah, I really just don't know what happened. It was a really just a really nice easy shot by De Rossi, but the goalkeeper just couldn't get to it. But hey, it's a goal for me, so I'm not complaining. I really don't care. Well, we get our first 3 points in Division 2, and we're off to a great start. And we need, I think it's 18 points to win this division. Let me see, I think it's 18 points, and oh no, 17 points to win this division. So that's 5 wins and 2 draws, or just 6 wins altogether, and which is pretty difficult to win. But the greatest part about this is you get 10K if you win the title, which is what I want to go for. But this guy, he had an amazing team. I just loved the team. He had Thiago Silva. He didn't have all the guys you'd expect. Like if you want to make a really expensive squad, you're gonna get the normal guys. But rather, he made like a nice silver gold hybrid, which I just liked the team in general. I liked the way it looked and everything like that. But he was an excellent player, and the players for him, like Lucina Traore, was just an absolute mess for me to handle. He just completely ripped open my defense. But what happened was that goal was scored, I think, around like the 30-minute mark. But then the next goal that he did was in the 81st minute, and then after he scored this goal, it just be 84th minute, and after he scored this goal, it just became like a goal fest. It just kept on pouring out against me, and I wasn't able to score against him. So he was a brilliant player, and he really knew how to play with these guys. And Menike was also, he's two strikers. Menike and Traore have been just. I really want to maybe get them one of these days because they were just absolute tanks against me, which it was very frustrating to play against them. In other words, because none of my defenders could stop them. And Traore, it's weird to see a guy that tall on the pitch. It just it's almost plays like mind games against you. Like you only have to cover him, which makes then Amenike, which is so fast, he just completely blows by you. And I don't know, it was just very difficult to play against that guy. But although we get our first loss, it's okay. It's in Division 2. We're a 1-0-1. We have plenty more games to win the division, and our overall record's 15-0-2. So we're doing pretty good, and I thank you all for